everyone, welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is going to be the total lunar eclipse reading in Sagittarius. What's the date? Sorry, May the 26th. And so that's going to be a 6-month cycle. So whatever the other ones were 6 months ago coming into this one, then you know, that's what we would have worked through. But we only have 4 this year, I think, and I think we had 6 last year, so that's interesting that we've got 4 this year. But we've got this one now, and then we've got the total solar eclipse in Gemini, which I can't remember the date, but that will be the next one. But we will have Mercury retrograde, and that will be May 29th to June 20th. So that will come into play in this one, but I'll hopefully do a separate one for that. Thank you for those that do share, subscribe and like and comment on my videos. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that full moon in Scorpio, that was all about things, you know, going into the underground, so to speak, the darkness, and like pulling the roots up of our shadows and really looking at what's going on and what we need to look at about ourselves, what we need to face, the things we don't like about ourselves, all that sort of thing. And for me, I don't know about you, I saw that in the world, and, you know, things coming to the surface, because it's about drawing it out and bringing it to the surface. And definitely regarding personal relationships and on a collective level, what's going on in the world, the bigger picture. So that's the, you know, that was last month. So now we've come full cycle for this lunar eclipse. And, you know, the eclipse season is when it eclipses, eclipses something out of your life. So something needs to go, and because we're in Sagittarius, it's around beliefs, and because it governs the 9th house, so it's around your beliefs and programming, what you've taken on as a child, things like that. Because Sag is all about they're the truth seeker. They want to know the truth. They want to find the truth. So what's going to be happening around this time and then for the next 6 months is, you know, the truth is going to be coming out. So if you've wanted to hear the truth from somebody regarding, you know, a love relationship or friendship, or to do with family member, a colleague, anything like that, anything that's been hidden, that supermoon in Scorpio, certainly things are coming out and the truth are going to be known. You're going to be shown the truth. And obviously vice versa, if you've hidden things from people, if you haven't told the truth, then that's going to be shown to other people also, because it works vice versa. Because this lunar eclipse is in, I think it's working with, it's working with the South Node, and the South Node is all about the past, your past, this lifetime and your past lifetime. So that's why I thought I'd bring out the past life cards for this reading and see what comes up and what we can work with, because our past lives, if you believe in that, you know, can affect what's going on in this lifetime. And sometimes you've got to clear that and not live that lifetime, this lifetime. Because I think it's a few years ago now, but when I used to watch TV, well, actually that's ages ago, but I don't anymore. There was a programme, and they were talking about like an older man and a younger woman, and that they got together. No, actually, I think it was a father and a daughter, and they got together. Not that they knew each other until, you know, recently, but they actually became a couple. And what I sensed and felt, because they said they had such a strong bond, yes, they might have, but it was a past life that they was connecting into. So it's about using discernment about, you know, which life you're tapping into and which life you're living. So, but when I look at this card, this really like speaks to me. And when I was getting it out of the box just now, Spirit was saying, like, showing me the miners when they used to go down deep into the caves to get the coal and everything. They used to wear the helmets, and then they'd wear the light across here so that they could see where they were going. And it's like representing the third eye. And I feel like that's what the super moon was in Scorpio. It was about going into the cave like the miners do to dig for the coal. And you've got the light of your own being inside of you that will show you the way. And they were showing me that. And then obviously, you know, you come to it's brought to the light for you to see. So that can be in any area of your life, really. And obviously what's going out in the collective as well. So truth is going to be shown to us. The truth is going to be spilling out, and some truths can be quite shocking. Others, it can be shocking because you had no awareness of it, or it can be shocking because you know, you were in denial about something, and then you're faced with it. So if there's anything that happened since that full moon in Scorpio, then this is going to come to the forefront, and it's going to be, you know, but it's here because she's got the two cups. It's here, and she's blending. It's like blending lead and turning it into gold. It's a bit like the magician, but it's like alchemy. So you're blending two elements to get another one. So you're working on one part of yourself and another part of yourself to let go of anything that's not authentic with who you are now. You know, because you've got like the crown here. It's like the royal crown. It's like your sovereignty. And anything whatsoever will be, you know, the truth will come out. You'll be telling yourself the truth. Something's, you know, either a relationship's not working for you, a friendship, you know, your work, projects, anything like that, anything that you are attached to. You know, the truth is going to be coming out about that. But yeah, it's literally an alchemical process, and it's also about, because she's very well balanced on the earth and you know, in the water. So it's about creating balance, because this card is all about moderation. It's not about having too much of something. It's about, so like if you work too much, you've got to find your work-life balance. You know, if you're neglecting your relationships, then or you're all into your relationships and not working, you know, it's about balancing that. It's about turning your fate into destiny also, very much about that. So, you know, the cards that you were dealt, which is why the ruler is Sagittarius Jupiter, which comes under the Wheel of Fortune card, which is definitely, because this governs the past life, doesn't govern. The South Node governs the past lives, and the Wheel of Fortune is about that. Because for me personally, with my guides and how I see it, you know, if it shows itself in reverse, it means it's talking about fate. It's talking about doing things that you've always done and expecting a different outcome, you know. So it's like going down that path of fate again. Nothing's changed. So whether that's to do with a relationship or to do with your own thinking process, you know, anything really. That's like saying you need to get off that karmic wheel and tell yourself the truth, think about what it is that you need to change, because that's like you're heading back that way, because that's showing to the past, and that south node. So look to where your south node is in your birth charts. Look to where Sag is in your birth chart. It's 5 degrees, so whichever house it is. Mine's governing my first house. And there was something about it being a cycle and going back to, I think it was going back to 2013, which is very interesting for me, what was happening there. So being the first house, and I'd lost weight and I'd got right down to my target. So maybe for me, that's what I need to look at, and tell myself the truth. For an example, tell myself the truth about, you know, what I'm eating, etc. All that sort of thing. So depending what house it is for you and what it will mean for you personally. But yeah, upright, you know, we're talking about destiny, because this is about turning your fate into destiny. But you know, you can see what it is that you need to do and what you need to change. And it's around your beliefs. So it might be a belief, say, using me as an example, for I don't know, like, because I've just turned 60, so I could have a belief that, oh, well, you gain weight when you're older, and you know, I would need to work on that belief, that, you know, that's not true, and there's things that you can do. So but this is also about creating, because it's about moderation. It's definitely about relationships, more the spiritual relationship, or seeing it from that angle, rather than the, you know, 3D earthly angle. What else was going to come through then? But yeah, that is, you know, transforming your fate, or that alchemical process to head towards your, you know, where are you on the wheel? You know, because depending on how you're feeling is where you are on the wheel. But know that the pendulum has to swing the other way at some point. You know, but let's have a look, see what the past life wants to say, to get a bit more clarity. Just check that is recording. Yes. Oh, lessons and blessings. Yeah, so that's a bit like the Wheel of Fortune, isn't it? Because Jupiter is about, you know, expansion, growth. And hence maybe what I was talking about, weight. You know, you can expand your waistband and things like that, because Jupiter is like hot air in a way. So it can expand. But, you know, again, it's what you focus on. But yeah, so we've got lessons and blessings, and this Sag being in the South Node is about it's about your past, it's about past lessons. And like I said, that super moon, that Scorpio full moon, it's like bursting. It's bursting with what needs to come out, is about your lessons and blessings. Your lessons are your blessings, even though that's really hard to get a grip on sometimes, you know, because I've spoken to quite a few people, and when you don't see the blessing from the lesson, you can find it hard to forgive, and you can go into depression, and stagnant and not open up to new love or to a change in a relationship, a situation. You know, you can't, if you can't see the blessings, if you can't understand the lesson, because people need to take time when they've been in a relationship, no matter how long it is, they need to respect their single cycle and, you know, go within and find the lesson, because there will be a blessing. You will find the blessing. And then you see, you take that lesson, you take that blessing, even though you can't see it when you're hurting, when you've got a broken heart, when you're on the kitchen floor in pain because the rug's been pulled from underneath your feet, which usually that's the trickster. When that's happened, the trickster has been at play, been following fate, not destiny. And not been telling yourself the truth. So, which a lot of the feminine tends to do, because this is a lunar, this is about the feminine. You know, it's like they get that intuitive hit. I know myself, because done it myself. You get that intuitive hit and then you swat it away like a fly. It's like the logic comes in. Because intuition is not logic. The intuition comes in, red flag, gives you a warning, and then like the logic comes in, and then there starts the excuses. Oh well, but you know, and then, you know, you start to head down that path, and then that wheel starts to turn and starts to turn and starts to turn until it's turned all the way, and then you're heading back down the path of fate again in your relationships. And, you know, telling yourself the truth, being in your power, you won't do that. You won't do that. But it's hard because when you're learning, and a lot of people are waking up to trusting in their intuition more, but, you know, like your toddler at the beginning, and it's like, oh, don't I, am I right, am I wrong, you know, and then you doubt yourself and you don't trust yourself, so you end up having to go down the whole path to actually get to a place where you learn the lesson and hopefully see it as a blessing and say to yourself, I knew that from the beginning. I should have trusted myself. You know, the shoulds, the woulds will come out. But yeah, that's what Spirit's highlighting. So they're saying, you know, it's all about timing. What's that saying on there? 10 to 2? 10 to 2. Something about 10 to 2. But yeah, so, you know, it's all about learning from that, and the, you know, the South Node, Sag being in the South Node, that's definitely about the lessons and seeing them as the blessings, so you can forgive, so that you've learned something, so that you can take that wisdom, because it's about wisdom, into your next relationship or into your next whatever it is for you. So that is the channeling, and then let's have a look, see what energies, dynamics of what the relationship is going to be around for this lunar eclipse, and you know, for the next 6 months until the next ones. I didn't look to see what they were in, but the Gemini one will be interesting. So, all right, so we've got, yeah, it's the unconscious. So so you may not be aware of it, what's going on, because it's at the unconscious level. So number 17, which is ancestral problems. So because we have, you know, the South Node, like we were saying, being in Sagittarius, which is about beliefs, and, you know, what you've taken on, what's been passed down from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. to the next. You know, it's something that is a belief of some sort that has been passed down for, I'm getting 10 generations. I'm getting 10 generations. So with this book, sorry, I forgot who it is, who it's by. Hang on a minute. There we go. The Enlightenment Pack by Chuck Spezzano, I think. It has a book, and it helps you to do like a meditation, and then you can go through the layers of this ancestral pattern and start clearing it. I don't remember what is said, unfortunately. I tend to read them more intuitively, but I know in the book, so if you can get hold of the book, then there may be, you know, it's got something in there where you can do that. So it's definitely about ancestral problems. And like I said, it feels like a heavy burden. So if you find yourself being somebody that's been scapegoated in your family, you know, made the black sheep, you feel different. You don't feel as though you know, it's like, did the stork drop me off at the wrong house, wrong family sort of thing. You know, you feel like the orphan. All that sort of energy, that's because there's those ancestral patterns, and you chose on a soul level to break the pattern, to break that pattern. You chose it. If you're watching this video, you're the one that chose to break it. And that can feel a burden sometimes, but you know, we are heading for a new way of living this new earth, this new way of living here. And so therefore these energies need to be healed so that we can move forward, is what they're saying with that. So very interesting, but again, it's unconscious, but let's see what we can do. And 17 comes underneath the star in the tarot card, which is, you know, regarding like the, what am I thinking? Astrology, and, you know, which is all to do with ancestral stuff as well. And that can be, what this reminded me of is that can be even if, you know, you were adopted, you know, fostered, all that sort of thing. You on a subconscious level, unconscious level, you would still choose to be with a family that has those patterns in it. So very important. But what's the healing? How can we take our power back? Let's do 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got forgiveness. I'm sure we had forgiveness before. So yeah, there seems to be a need for forgiveness. I'm sensing a lot of that. And when you look at that one and that one, you know, 1 and 7 is 8, 2 and 6 is 8. So it's coming back to the 8 again. And I think the weekly reading was about, for this week, I'm doing this now on Wednesday. So, you know, it's about 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. It's all about prosperity. It's that affinity number if you turn it the other side, which is, you know, the magician, the strength card. So you do have the strength. You do have the inner strength, and it's not aggressive. It's, you know, it can be quiet, and you know, temperance is like being diplomatic. Doesn't have to be this harsh energy. But yeah, so we've got 8, 8, 8 again, and I did the number for the date. If it is the 26th of May, it works as a number 9, which is very spiritual, high vibrational number, and it means it's fullness as well, and that, you know, on a higher vibration, and it's very spiritual lessons being learnt. which, you know, because my grandmother passed over a long time ago, but I see her her surname, I see a lot on a particular lorry. So whenever I see that, I know she's there. It's about the ancestral patterns. That's what they're helping us with, working to change that. The only confusion I had one time, which this takes you back, I think, to 2002, which I think was the important year. So you can check those years for yourself. 1994 and 1975 was something that happened to me around that time. And I saw a sign, and it was like one of those big crane things that you get engines out of, and with this particular person, and it said strong arm. Now, I didn't know if they were saying, because it was my nan's surname, whether they were saying, you know, don't worry, she'll be there. There'll be a strong arm for me. If it doesn't work out, like, go into it, or whether this person was going to be a strong arm. But anyway, it worked out to be that it was my grandmother there protecting me or guiding me. But yeah, forgiveness is very big regarding this ancestral problem. So we have to forgive, you know, your mother, your grandmother, or your mother's mothers, or whoever it is. There has to be forgiveness. You know, I think I said it somewhere before, they did the best they could because of how conscious somebody is. And that's hard to take, if there's been abuse and everything there. But they were saying, and I know it's hard, is, you know, okay, the lesson's there, but look for the blessing, which isn't always easy, but forgiveness is the key. And the gift we get is... oh, lovely, vision. Oh, so the gift we get is, you know, is vision. And goodness me, what were we saying about 8? 8. And what have we got here? We've got 2 4s, 8 again. So 8, 8, 8. These in a row means that there's going to be a new vision. There's going to be a new vision. So what, because you have to go past, I was talking about the, you know, the miners when they went down in the cave, and then, you know, because they did that like a father, then the son would do it, and then the son would go down to the mines, and then their son would do it, you know, and that's that ancestral problem. And it's about you're needing to rise above that, know that you're here to be different. You're here to change things. You are a leader, and you're here to change things. And you know, we've got it here. So 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, definitely for this 6 months. So there's going to be a lot of abundance, a lot of flow with this new vision. So it's about letting go of maybe a vision that you had, do this work, and then, you know, maybe spirit will give you a different vision. Maybe the vision you had for yourself, spirit saying you deserve better than that, because, you know, you see a great big spirit coming out of the sky. So, but it's pointing over here. It's like saying you're stuck there, but we're saying, look up, and we're pointing, we're showing you where to go with this new vision. And there's an abundance there, and you can see the path's already set out for you. So, and this looks as though, are they rowing? No, it looks like it is a motorboat. So, you know, you don't have to do the hard work. You've already done that. you will be able to, you know, turn the engine on and literally just follow. You just got to follow spirit. And there is a lighthouse there. So, but that's the gift we get of grace, is the vision. And number 44. So the 8s are showing themselves again. I do believe that's where we're heading. And I do have my stone, but the someone was asking the ladybird, and it is follow your heart. It says follow your heart. I just need to, I still have that one. But I wanted to see, just before I get them, what archetype will be dominant. But I normally only do 15 minutes for the channeling. Never mind, we go with the flow. Poet. Oh, how lovely. Right, the light attribute. This is the archetype that's going to be dominant around this time in Sagittarius. So poet, light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language. So that is lovely, because obviously got the 2 doves coming there. I'm sensing that's around relationships as well, because we've got two doves. We've got the heart, which is about love. And so, you know, if you do write, because the storyteller came up in the What's It Weekly one, if you are a writer or a poet, you know, then around that time, it feels like it will be even more expressive, because you're expressing your soul insights as symbolic language. But the shadow attribute turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So, but very, very positive. Right, let's have a look. See what these ones want to say. I've already shuffled them. What am I doing? See what the tarot, moon tarot cards would like to say. Oh, we've got the King of Cups. So this is somebody with the energy of Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising, or Venus. But this is somebody very, you know, stands in their own power, is, you know, emotionally available. He has great maturity over his emotions, and you know, he has that cup there. So he's offering insight, because he can be a counsellor, a mentor of some kind, but, you know, because we've got the dolphins, which is all about healing, very much about healing. But yeah, somebody with great wisdom. So, but we've also got the Hermit, which comes under Virgo. Why are they showing me that? Okay, so maybe, are we doing past, present, future? I don't know. So, but yeah, it's saying, because Virgo is to be of service and not servitude, you know, the shadow side is about not stepping in your power and being of servitude, not of service. But, you know, the Hermit is, oh, well, he's single, isn't he? No wonder. That's what they're telling me. Straight away that came in. So they're saying he's single. So this is a single man, because it's the Hermit or the Queen of Swords, King of Swords, that sort of energy comes under being single. But yeah, that came through straight away. So if you were wondering about somebody and whether they were in a relationship or not, especially if they come under these signs, but they don't have to, because remember, we're wanting to know the truth about something. They're saying this particular person, now male or female, it doesn't matter. You could be a female but be strong in your King of Cups energy, or, you know, vice versa. So, but yeah, they're saying this person is single. This person is very connected to their spiritual side. And they go within a lot. So there could be somebody quiet, you know, somebody quiet. Doesn't mean to say they're not strong, but it could be somebody who's quiet. But yeah, I'm getting the message why that came up, and it's a lot of blue there, is that they're single, whoever, if you was asking that, then yeah, and they're coming, it's a new cycle for them, a new beginning for them. They're going to need, they're looking for an adventure. They've gone through some isolation and solitude, but in the future, that's in the here and now. So this will be over 6 months. This is somebody who will probably be in the hermit mode. So, and even if you're in a relationship, you know, they can do that. They can still go into a hermit mode and isolate themselves because they need to go within, some meditation. So maybe somebody's changing. Maybe somebody's saying, look, I've changed. I'm doing this now, and is afraid of being accepted for the changes they've made because of this ancestral pattern. And maybe not sort of haven't come out until now, and then you know, they'll start to let people know, but they'll need a lot of solitude and you know, isolation to do whatever they need to do. And maybe they're a poet because you know, it's a water sign. Maybe they're a poet, and maybe they do writing. Very intuitive writing. But yeah, they're going to need a new beginning for them. They're going to need to take a leap of faith to jump out into the unknown. But I feel they're ready for that. A lot of major arcanas around this person. So a lot of major changes for this person. Yeah, very talented, skilled at what they do. So if this is a healer, if this is a counsellor, you know, anything like that, or in the healing arts, like I said, or a poet, they're very sensitive, they're very connected to their inner self, very talented, very skillful, but they're holding on to something, and that's why they need to do the hermit stage. They need to be, because this lunar eclipse is about releasing something, and this, being at the heart of the matter, and being the Four of Pentacles, there's something they're holding on to, and this is about letting go of something. They're holding on to something, and it could be to do something to do with their skills, their talents, trying to manifest something for themselves. So it could be that, because this is a bit like the miser card, but you can see there's shadow there, but there is that light streaming in for change. And then we've got the Sun card. So major arcana again. Goodness me. Yeah, major changes for this person. So if you don't recognize it for yourself, or if you're watching this and you're in a relationship, a partner, then, you know, this is somebody that's that you're thinking of, or that you know of, or somebody completely new that's going to be coming in. But yeah, so, and this is all about the freedom. This is like freedom, the inner child feeling free to be able to express themselves. Yeah, I do sense a very creative person, whether that's you or this other person coming in. But yeah, this is, you know, this is blessings. This is, you know, joy, blessings, feeling happy, feeling fulfilled. But he will need to take, or she will need to take that leap of faith to have that. But it looks as though they're being very supported with that move, taking that leap of faith. Oh, goodness me. And we've got the Strength card. Yeah, this is major turning point around this lunar eclipse. Major, like I was saying, the affinity sign, the number 8, there's this vision. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity, a lot of potential. But yeah, they have, or you have the inner strength, to tame this lion. Taming the lion is taming the ego self and the part that's instinctive but sort of out of control. But yeah, which is Leo, and if they could be under Leo, could be a Leo fire sign, because Sag is a fire sign. But we do have Mercury retrograde, and that comes under Mercury. But like I said, I'll do a separate one for that. And we've got another major arcana again. I mean, crikey, the World card. So yeah, he's completing something. He's completing its cycle. But this needs to. We'll get some more cards out on that. So this needs to be worked on. But the major arcanas around the heart of the matter is phenomenal, absolutely, which is number 9. And I said something about the number on this date, May 26, is a 9. And then obviously you've got the Fool card, and then the Magician. The 19 is known as the Prince number. And this can be 8 or 11, I think, or was that the Justice card? I can't remember, one of them. But again, you've got both affinities here. I was talking about the Magician and the Strength card, and you do have the strength, you do have that inner power to do whatever it is, because this is about the solar plexus, this is about your power center, your confidence, but it seems to be to do with him. So, but yeah, completing a cycle. This can be literally, travel as well, going around the world, seeing the world. But it is about completing a cycle. Saturn comes under Saturn. So he's had some, he or she has had some hard lessons to learn. But, they are seeing the blessings. I don't think they did before, but they're seeing the blessings. They're recognizing something. They've come in. They don't have to be the water sign, but that's who they've come in, because we have all the kings and queens within us. But that's how he will be showing himself, or she will be showing herself to you. And another major arcana, that this is absolutely amazing. And we've got the Justice card, which I was saying there's something about them being either 8 or 11 in different packs. But yeah, so justice is the outcome. Justice is going to prevail. There was something about karma, though, in past lives with this Sag, and that Wheel of Fortune is like, what seeds did you plant? Because obviously if you're the one that needs to be forgiven, and the karmic wheel is that karma that will come back to you, you'll experience what energy you gave, or it's going to be that all the good things that you've done, or the patience that you've had maybe with this particular person, or with being single yourself, being patient around that single cycle. It's saying, you are going to get your happiness. There is a new beginning for you. This is major, 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 major. And you are going to get your happiness, and justice is going to prevail. And you're going to have harmonious, balanced relationships. And the same for this other person, because I feel that they've gone through the same things that you have. Let's see what's underneath. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, there you go. So it's all been about disappointment, upset, emotional upset, isolation, feeling abandoned. And I think this is an ancestral pattern, and we've got to have a different vision for ourselves of what we can create for ourselves regarding relationships and love. And it is about, creating that win-win. between two people. But yeah, it's all been around emotional disappointment. But this is temporary. Everything is temporary. It will pass at some point. It just depends whether this person wants to hold on to something. That's the key to all of this abundant, is that card there. How much time do we have? Okay, let's put some of these on there. Let's get a bit more clarity. Oh yeah, definitely about a relationship for this person. This is, and with the Five of Cups there, to do with a relationship. Let's see what the heart of the matter is. Yeah, it's his thoughts, her thoughts. What they're holding on is to their thoughts, or an ancestral thinking pattern, or Sag around the ninth house, a belief about themselves. There's a belief about themselves that they're holding on to, or you are, and you need to let that go. Definitely do that around this lunar eclipse. Eclipse it out of your life for good. It's definitely a thought pattern of, it's about control. Because we control because we're scared. The inner child is scared and fearful, and is like, well, I want to know when you're going to get here because that makes me feel safe. You know, for an example, I had a father that never showed up, that abandoned me. So when you're late, that makes me feel abandoned. That makes me feel rejected. And, you know, these sort of thinking patterns. But the vision is to see it differently, to see the blessings and see it differently, is what they're saying. And let's continue, as I do want to get the oracle cards out. Yeah, because what jumped out then, but I just quickly say, is the Fox and the Tower. This is about somebody from the past that was that Seven of Swords, that cunning energy. It's not going to be repeated. You know, you need to see something differently. That's not going to be repeated. Let's have a look. But your fears and from the disappointment, you know, you could go into that energy. And then sabotage something that's really nice. Yeah. So this, oh, that can be a wedding, actually, those two. It's a social gathering of some sort. And that could be a wedding. So it could be you meet this person, you're invited to a wedding around a full moon. We've got the full moon here. Maybe like confirming that this new beginning needs to start. You need to take that leap of faith, because this is the future around the full moon, and it's all purple. So you know, this is about a spiritual lesson, and we've got the home. So it's about manifesting a home, the home life that he wants or that you want. There's definitely, yeah, a relationship regarding this, but also it can be that he or you have skills and talents regarding property, renovating property. That seems to be coming up a lot just lately in the readings, or that can be ancestral home, you know, because of the Tower that came up also. Oh, definitely. We've got the heart here for the Sun. Yeah, things are getting better. Things are getting brighter. You know, it's all to do with one's thoughts, and it looks like it's him. He needs to change his thinking and stop sabotaging and thinking things are going to be, you know, and obviously there's forgiveness that needs to be done. But yeah, very positive. Next to the Sun card, it's a strong relationship, a strong bond, a soul connection. And this is a relationship that that will unfold. You might think it might not take off or last, but yeah, it's the feminine that's got that, and it is a lunar eclipse. It is the feminine that has got that inner strength that can tame the lion, can tame the beast. So, but yeah, so this is worry, anxiety about this new world opening up to you, or this where we're heading collectively, because this can be collectively also, where we're heading, you know, collectively into a new world. And there's nervousness, anxiety, or there can be chitter chatter. There can be people talking about it. Like I said, when because justice is coming. Justice is coming. What's on her? Oh, it's to do with the child. Oh, well, this is so if that's what you're wanting, you know, a child, a baby, then they're saying, you know, that's going to happen for you. Or if it's around a child and something's happened, you know, if you've got grown-up children and something's happened, because this can come under, you know, divorce and courts and settlements and things like that. You know, that it's going to be fine. We've got the sun right next to it. Things, like I said about that karmic wheel, things are going to be okay. Things are going to turn out okay. And this is something in its early stages, something that's developing, blossoming. Yeah, so like I said, that's not going to, any disappointment and upset's not going to last long. Oh, I just really felt light-headed, dizzy. The energies have just changed again, so it's like going up another vibration. But yeah, this you're going to have longevity in a relationship. This disappointment is going to go. It's going to go. It's going to clear. But let's get a few clarifiers before we go to the romance angels on this heart of the matter. Very, very positive reading. It's just this middle center, the heart of the matter. Some clarity. Three of Pentacles. So this is about recognizing what they've already done. Like your work being recognized. So that could be like on also a personal level, achievements, that sort of thing. So recognize when somebody has changed, has worked on themselves. Yeah, definitely, because of the Seven of Swords and the Tower and the Fox came up, and what I said there. For me, this is somebody that's turning something around. They are thinking differently. They know that they have to work on themselves. They can't keep doing this. They can't keep doing this because they will not get their Empress. They will not get their beloved, the goddess that they see as a goddess. If they keep doing that behavior, they won't, because it just ends in disappointment all the time. And I think this person, I think that energy was very strong in 2015, 2016 when I first started. It came up all the time. So it's taken this cycle. It's taken the cycle from 2013 really to now for them to realise about this pattern. So if this is, see what the romance angels say, if this is somebody coming back, then that you need to give them credit for recognizing something about themselves. But you'll know, because the Empress is, and Venus, I think we've got Venus in Gemini, which is about communication, and we've got Mercury going to be going retrograde. But I'll do a separate one for that in Gemini also. And I think the solar eclipse is in Gemini. So all around communication and clearly expressing what it is, and maybe they do it through words because of the poet. Maybe they do it through words around this time. But this is because this card is about a mother. So it could be a mother for some people, a mother or a mother figure, or it could be you if you're a mother. So it doesn't always have to be romantic, even with a heart and a child. It can be, you know, a baby, and then the moon represents the feminine cycle, and you know, the 28-day cycle. So it can be that as well, but it's a general reading. So and she represents the mother. So let's see what the romance angels would like to say. Most important message for this 6 months. What will we be working on? What do we need to know? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualization help bring you together. So yeah, they're saying, you know, you need to be doing the work to call in this soulmate. You know, if you believe in vision boards and things like that, doing your romantic corner, and having 2 of everything. You know, it's about calling in, but you need to know where you are within yourself. And if you need to clear anything out, then do it around this eclipse so that you can start calling in, you know, a soulmate that is right for you now. Yeah, you need to release your ex. So there is some work that needs to be done. The time has come to clear your energy. So definitely around this eclipse and for, you know, that 6 month cycle, you need to be working on clearing not just your ex or your exes. See the lessons, see the blessings, because we've got forgiveness there. Forgive yourself, forgive others. You can do a ritual. You can literally write everything down, and then you know, burn it, the elements, burn it and bury it, so you get earth as well. Yeah, we're forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So it could be to do with a mother. We did have the ancestral card come up, and the karma, it was talking about karma. And it was about lessons and blessings, seeing those lessons as a blessing. You know, and we've got to forgive our parents, forgive our patterns, forgive, you know, so that you call in a soulmate. You can call in a soulmate that can be very healing, because the star is about healing. So let's see what time that is. If you want to pause your video for a minute, and if you want to ask a question, I don't know if this will answer it for you, but trust your own intuition. Pause, ask your question, and let's see what card comes up. Might help you. Abundance, that's what we were talking about. That's the Empress. So yeah, abundance, that 888 is coming in. There's a lot to be grateful for, you know, the Empress, but it's working on that, or they have to, whoever it represents. But your answer is abundance, and that could be in any shape or form, really. But let's see what the fairies would like to say. Just watching, because it only goes for an hour. So from the angels, I mean, not the fairies. Shush. Okay, study. So over the next 6 months then, from this lunar eclipse, then, you know, our focus needs to be on study. And that depends on whether that's you, a child, or supporting somebody else studying, because there's learning needing to be done, but that can be in any shape or form. Over the next 6 months, a lot of learning. That can be down because it's Sag beliefs. learning a different belief system. And the fairies, oh, letting go. Yeah, definitely. It will be all about letting go. What do they say? Let go and let God. So over this 6 months, study anything that helps you to do that, because of the Hermit card. Study anything that, you know, will help you to truly let go, because look, we've got the moon there. Truly let go, so that, you know, you can create a different vision for yourself, and that will be different for everybody. But yeah, and that was the message right at the beginning. Let's have a look, see what the Akashic Tarot on a contract level. What's the most important message? Because you can watch this back and forth. 6 of Roses, the War of Roses. Yeah. So yeah, it's I need to read that because it's really important, this one, because this is about because you got the white rose and you got the red rose, and it's like trying to find my words. It's like the patterns I was talking about earlier. This card represents it, but I'm going to read that because Spirit's prompting me to, because they want me to be really clear about this message, because it's going to be going. Let's have a look, see what it says. This card depicts a war within a relationship and or a battle within your heart about a relationship, which fits in with, you know, having to different vision and change that. Most often this relationship is romantic in nature, but this card could also refer to a co-worker, partner, boss or family member. We do have the Empress there, so there could be power plays, and at the very least, there is a lack of reciprocity and communication. And we will have that Mercury retrograde. You are at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit, which is the white rose, represents the white rose, has told you that this experience is not a supportive one. But your passions, fears and needs, the red roses, keep you from listening. And I think I said something like that at the very beginning about intuition. From listening, you have tried to bring the two together as indicated by the dirty flag with the combined white and red rose on the ground there. But what's happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. And I did say something about that, about spirit's view for you. Whatever I said there, I think this is just confirming it. Compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions just watching and waiting. This situation is nothing less than the karmic. Yeah, there we go, karmic, and it is time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honouring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. I think that is lovely, and I just knew I had to read that. So let's see what Wisdom of the Oracle wants to say. Sorry, this is a long one, but, you know, this is an important one, so I'd have stopped channeling if I wasn't meant to. Serendipity. I love this card. It's my favourite word, serendipity. 1 and 8 is 9, which I mentioned the date of this. So maybe on this day, there will be some serendipity moments. So, you know, it's the clover. It's that magic. It's that there are no coincidences. So that day or 6 months, throughout that 6 months, there are going to be serendipitous moments for you to connect with somebody else, no matter who it is. You will get the signs. Know that it's not a chance meeting. My favourite film is Serendipity, called Serendipity. So maybe watch that film. You know, there are no chance meetings, and this is going to play a big part. Oh, I love it. My favourite card. And what would they like to whisper? be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So, and it's saying, be in the present. Yeah, so fully be in the present, because unless you're in the present moment, you won't recognize serendipity. You won't recognize the coincidences. You know, it's like you see somebody and then 2 days later you see them again, and then 2 days later you see them again. You know, there's no coincidence. Check it out, you know. So, but you can only do that by being in the present moment. If you're focused on the past or the future, you'll miss it. It's like taking a shot with a camera. You know, you've got to be in the moment, but dream of the future. You can still dream of the future. And how does the universe have our back? I love this reading. This reading is, well, for me anyway, it's very powerful. I honour how I want to feel. Yeah, so that's your affirmation for the next 6 months, is I honour how I want to feel, which is, you know, this King of Cups regarding relationships, not the karmic feelings and patterns that have been passed down. You know, you honour how you want to feel, no matter what that is for you. No matter what that is for you, you honour your feelings, and you know, you'll be okay. There we go. I do hope those messages help. Please like, share and subscribe and comment. And I'll be back with the, solar eclipse, isn't it? We're in Gemini, and I'll try and do the Mercury retrograde one as well. But this one you can keep coming back to over the next 6 months, and maybe download it or save it somewhere. And there we go. Lots of love. Namaste.